channel. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope you like, subscribe and comment and share if you like it. So today I bought 2 wines, and the white wine I have here is from Stifterl, Österreich. I bought a small one in case I regret buying a white wine, and I didn't want to waste money, you know, and then I have to throw it away in case I didn't like it. So I bought the small one, and it has a 12% alcohol content. Yeah, it's from Austria. So, and this big one, it's a red wine. We got it from a friend of ours. He's Italian, and relatives of his have a winery, and you can't buy these in stores. That's what he said. So or it's not sold yet. So I hope it's really good. And it's from Calabria, that's where he comes from, and it has a content of 13% alcohol. And to be honest, I can't say the name of this winery because I will butch it, but I will write it in the description below. So maybe if you're in Italy and you want to visit the winery, and you can get this because you can't get it in stores. So I hope it's really good. So without further ado, let's get on with the white wine. Let's see if it tastes good. If it tastes good, and it's a twist off, so that's easier. So I'm just going to put a little bit because, like I said, I've tasted white wine before and it's really not my thing, but I really wanted you guys to maybe, you know, if you wanted to have one. Like I said, white wine isn't my favorite. I don't know, the taste, it's just different. You know, it's not bad, it's not good for me, but if you really like it, I mean, it tastes fine if you have fish or, you know, some white meat you want to eat, but for me, I wouldn't buy it again. Or maybe I have to try something else, maybe a little bit more expensive, but I don't have the money for that. Anyway, let's open the red one, because I'm not drinking the white wine again, so I just wanted to do it for you guys. You know what? I think I have to finish this bottle today because it's not a twist off, so you open it like a beer. Smells good so far. I don't know yet if it's dry because I couldn't read if it's dry or half dry or sweet, so I'm going to get a surprise. So I probably have to drink this tonight, the whole of it, because since the cap, it's already, yeah, you know, when you open a beer you can't close it again. So yeah, let's try it. Pleasantly surprised. This really tastes good, because, you know, I was thinking, you know, maybe it's not in the shops because it doesn't taste so good, but actually it's really nice. And like I said, I will write in the description the name of the winery. It's in Calabria in Italy, so if you happen to be in Calabria and maybe you want to visit the winery, you can visit this one. I am really not sure what you can have with this wine, but I'm guessing red meat or, you know, pasta or something like that. And you know, it's not as dark as the other ones. Maybe the other ones have more berries in it. What do I know? Anyway, I'll write in the description below if you want it. Yeah, if you want it, you can tell me. I can ask our friend, and then he can, I don't know, we'll see. It's really good. So anyway, topic of the day today is self-validation. Why do we as humans need validation? You know, it's really nice sometimes to be praised, you know, to have your feelings validated, and to just be, you know, that thing, that to be liked or to be just appreciated. You know, it's a normal thing that we humans like. You know, it's normal to like validation, but then it's not so good if it turns into an unhealthy need to what can I say, to need to rely on other people for, you know, their opinions to make you feel good. You know, that's not good. So you have to learn and practice to self-validate, because if you don't do that, it can end up in chaos, and we don't like chaos. So number one, I wrote the things down like always. So number one, I'd say show up. You know, notice how you feel and what you need. You know, do not suppress your feelings. Sometimes we tend to suppress our own feelings to be able to make other people like us, maybe, or not to hurt other people. But you need to be able to say what you're feeling, be able to deal with what you're feeling, and because you know, feelings build up, and then comes resentment or just anger or just rage, you know. So you need to be able to you know what you are feeling, what you need, and then you can move on from that. Because to be honest, in our days, people are a little bit sensitive. If I could use that, is that politically correct? I don't know. Anyway, people are a little bit sensitive, so we tend to suppress our own feelings and what we want to say. But I just want you to know that just be yourself, okay? So number two, acknowledge your feelings and reflect on them. You know, once you know that you're angry, you need to find out what triggered that. You know, how did I get to this point, and why did I behave like this? And you need to be factual about it. You don't need to assume, because with assuming comes a lot of things. It might be that okay, for example, let's say your husband or your partner decides to say to cancel your dinner. Of course, you're going to feel a certain way about it, but don't assume the reason your partner decided to cancel. You know, sometimes, you know, when people do something, we start to formulate these theories in our heads, and that's not good, because you just end up in a downward spiral, which which sometimes ends you up in a lot of, you know, trouble than if you knew the exact facts and whys and the hows. So acknowledge your feelings. It's okay to say, you know what, I feel sad, I feel angry. I don't like to use the terms I am angry, I'm sad. I'd rather say I feel sad, I feel angry, because it's a feeling, you know, it's temporary, it goes away. So in that moment you might really feel like you can't go on, or whatever it is, it just makes you feel a certain way, but just know it's temporary and it goes away. So be able to, you know what, to just be able to focus on facts, because if you don't do that, it will lead to misery and distrust of your own internal process. I mean, because like I said, downward spiral, and we don't want that. Number 3, do not root yourself in your feelings. By this I mean, you know, feelings are complex, and sometimes they make you, sometimes they make sense, but sometimes they don't, and you don't want to find yourself being consumed by whatever feeling you're feeling at that moment, because like I said, feelings are temporary. You might feel sad now, but the next moment you might be ecstatic, you might be happy. So don't let your feelings consume you, because let's say, for example, you know, there are people who are in jail because of rage, because they lost their temper, and you don't want to find yourself in a situation like that, because like I said, they pass, and the moment they pass, you start to regret it. So just be able to focus and to say, you know what, this is just for now, I'll be okay, let me just calm down, and then I can move forward. So number 4 is be genuine. Do not pretend to be someone you're not. And I'm one person who hates this. I hate people who like to pretend like they're someone else, because I just hate it. I have had a lot of friends in the past, or rather people close to me, who, you know, for a certain time they pretend to be something else, only to realize they are just another, and it just causes disappointment. And yeah, so don't try to be someone you're not. And like I said, you know, I live in a very small city or town in Austria, and when I started to live here, you know, it was and started working here, I met a lot of people, you know, and then sometimes at work we gossip, and then you hear, I don't like this person, they're like this, they're like that, and then the next thing is, over the weekend they're together, they're clubbing, they're having fun, and you're like, okay, you just said yesterday you don't like this person, why are you with them, you know? And it really confused me. It didn't confuse me, rather it made me you know, not like to have friends here, because I don't like people who are backstabbing, I would say. So I just like people who are themselves, even if they speak the truth and you don't like it. It's better than to have someone who lies to you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Because here I realized now, I've been living here for 6 years, and I really can't say I have Austrian friends, which might be my fault, but the thing is, the mentality is just different from mine, I would say. There are a few people who have the same mentality as I have, and like I said, I don't like people who pretend to like you, and then the next they are talking behind your back, you know. I try to avoid that as much as possible. So be genuine, be yourself, be 100% you. You don't need to, you know, to put yourself in a box or try to conform yourself into something else just because you want to fit in with these people, okay? So number 5, be your own best friend. Yeah, I know, you know, this is like, huh, really? You be your own best friend? Yeah, it helps you, because if you come into a situation where you need advice, just think, what would you, if your BFF was in the same situation, what advice would you give them? And that advice, you give it to yourself, because it works. If it can work for your BFF, why not you? So be your own best friend, you know, and be able to be a person who can go out by themselves and go to a movie, or go drinking alone, or I don't know, just sitting in a restaurant and having a meal. Just be able to do that alone, and I think you achieve a certain kind of independence and confidence that you otherwise would not have. So I'm sorry today, guys, my voice is just doing something else, and it's just the weather. It's starting to get really cold, and I don't like it so much, but what can you do? Anyway, so these were the 5 tips I had for self-validation, and you know, give yourself a little R&R, you know, to be able to just care for yourself, because with these caring acts comes self-validation. And like I said, self-validation is very important to be able to avoid these situations where you are needy, or what can I say, you know, you always need people around you to be able to function, you know, so that they can validate and, oh, I'm so proud of you, and this and that. Be proud of yourself. Love yourself. It's okay to get appreciation from others, but first be able to appreciate yourself. Anyway, with that, I would say thank you for tuning in, and I hope to see you next week. I really didn't like the white wine, but if you have any suggestions, contact me in the comments below, and or you can find me on Instagram and Swelly Saturdays with Wimby. And I also have a blog. You can go at www.simplywimby.com. So catch me on social media, and during the week I'll be posting some stuff, and you can journey with me together. So thank you again, and I hope you really have a nice day and have a nice time. Thank you.